chaps, John here at Micro Aces, and welcome to the assembly guide for the Banshee T3 Chipper. Or should I say, this is the assembly guide for the Banshee T3 Chipper, because as you will probably be aware, the Banshee T3 Chipper is part of the Banshee range of aircraft. I'll hold it there, you can see it much better, which essentially means the fuselage of the aircraft and the undercarriage itself, the hatch and all of the internals are exactly the same as the Banshee Bipe, and also the Banshee Air Race as well. Now, there are video assembly guides for both of those aircraft intermingled because they both share very common traits. So the T3 Chipper can actually be built using those assembly guides, with a slight addition which will follow on from this particular video. So I'm going to go through the list of videos that you need to watch to be able to build this particular aircraft. Firstly, I'm going to put that down because my arm's aching. The first video, which is called part 1, I believe, in the series in this particular playlist, the entire video can be watched and used to assemble the T3 Chipper. The only thing that you've got to remember is right at the end, it will suggest that if you're building the Banshee Bipe, that you attach a sticker S1A to eventually stick to the lower portion of the rudder. Now, you can ignore that because the tail on this particular aircraft follows the same pattern as the Air Race rather than the Bipe. So just ignore that last part of the video. You won't be able to find a particular sticker S1A anyway. There isn't one on the sticker sheet. There we go. So part 2, follow it straight through. There's no need for any deviation on that. Part 3, the tail, as I said, follow the Air Race pattern rather than the biplane pattern. And then conversely, in part 4, the wings, you follow the instructions for the Bipe. Because the Bipe has a lower wing, with the wing root placed just above the undercarriage, like on the T3, the actual wing itself builds up in exactly the same way as the biplane. So you follow part 4 for the biplane, for its lower wing. Obviously, we don't need to build a second wing because the T3 is a monoplane. So there we go. Now, when you are building the wing, there is a caveat. At the wing root, we put a 2mm foam rib, basically to start off the shape of the wing itself, and it's a symmetrical rib. Now, on the biplane, that's applied on the 2mm sheet, but with the T3, it's actually supplied on the 1mm sheets of the wings. Now, you can see just here, there we go, just there, you've got 2 little ribs. Now, you stick those 2 together, and that forms your 2mm rib. The other sheet also has those ribs, which you can see there. And you stick those 2 together and they form the rib for this particular wing here. So it goes in the center part there, and obviously you have a spar running across there as well. So you use the spar that's included in the kit. It may need a little bit of trimming, but it's all fairly straightforward, and it should make complete sense when you're doing it. So that's the only caveat to that wing assembly part. The stickers that are used for attaching the the torsion rod for the aileron control. The stickers are all the same numbering on the T3 as they are on the biplane. They are slightly different shapes, but essentially exactly the same. So just follow the numbers and you should be right for assembling that. Now within the box itself you will have a beveling guide for your wings, so it will actually show you on these particular wings where you need to add your bevels, so that when you come to fold the wing together, it forms really nicely and aerodynamically. So that's on the wing portion. So through part 5 through to part 8 is just a straightforward build. Just follow the instructions as they come at you from the video, and you should be absolutely fine. Part 9, which is the installation of the electronics, once again with the T3, you have the option of either installing the all-in-one receiver, or you can use the super micro brushless receiver with the separate servos. So whichever you decide, you follow the guide that's appropriate for that within the part 9 of the video. Part 10 is all about the canopy and the spinner for the prop. So on the T3, things are slightly different. We have a larger canopy with a slightly more complex frame on it. So after this particular video, I will have a second video that will show what we do to create that particular canopy, and the spinner itself, that goes together in exactly the same way, although on the T3 it's slightly smaller than on the Air Race or the bike. And on the prop itself, obviously we have a decoration too, which is a sticker that goes on and provides a decoration. Not something you have to put on, but it produces quite a nice pattern in the air, and obviously it is used on trainer aircraft to show people on the ground where the arc of the propeller is from a safety point of view. So it's a bit of fun. So I will show you how that gets applied to the prop as well, when or after I've done the canopy build. So the only other thing, obviously, is you are provided with a set of roundels. I've got my Swiss ones on here, but you'll have been able to decide which ones that you're getting with your aircraft, and I'll just quickly go through the placement of those as the roundels are numbered, so you don't get too confused about where all of them go. So there we go. Fantastic. Right. So I think that brings us to the conclusion of the guide for the Banshee T3 assembly, and I hope it's useful. Any questions in the comments, of course, and or obviously get in contact directly via email, etc. But good luck with the T3 chipper. Take on the chipmunk, because it looks a bit like a chipmunk. Yeah, good luck with the build. It's a fantastic flight. I've really enjoyed flying mine. I still am. This one is well worn. You can see it's got a few little dings and repairs and a few little bits of silly prop damage on the top there. But overall, it is fantastic. And if you are into your warbirds and you like how they behave in the air, then this certainly is a fun aircraft that behaves very much like a warbird. So and obviously being 4 channels, you can do a lot with it as well. Great for touch and goes. Great for some nice gentle aerobatics. It's an all-round great flyer. So if you have purchased one, I think you're in for a bit of a treat. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.